Today we want to look on a very interesting topic. We want to look on the ways through which a disease can enter into a poultry farm, or the route through which a disease can enter into a poultry farm. The first route is through airborne. You realize if your poultry farm is located in a place where there are very many people, they may have some chicken which are suffering from chronic respiratory diseases, and that disease can be transferred through wind to your poultry farm. The second way, or the second method through which a disease can enter into a poultry farm is through feedborne. You realize when you step on a poop of a sick chicken and you enter into a poultry farm, you realize you transfer the disease from that poop to your poultry farm. So what do you do? Ensure that you have some shoes to enter into a poultry farm. For example, you can see on what I'm wearing. These ones are strictly for entering into this poultry house. If I'm moving out, I will leave them at the entrance of the door to ensure that I don't contract any diseases. Then I will wear another shoe to move from the poultry house. So ensure that you have some feet, some shoes or clogs or gumboots to enter into a poultry farm to prevent some diseases. The third method through which a disease can enter into a poultry farm is through human borne. You realize when you eat a sick chicken, let's say a chicken which is suffering from Newcastle, then you just urinate anywhere near the poultry house. What normally happens when the chicken step on that, they tend to contract that disease. Then you realize you personally, you have contracted the disease and you have brought the disease into your poultry farm. So ensure that you consume healthy chicken and you don't urinate or go for a long haul near your poultry house. Make sure you dispose very well. So the fourth method is through failed quarantine. You remember COVID-19? The people who were suffering from COVID were separated to a separate place from the people who were not sick. If you fail to quarantine the sick birds, what will normally happen, you realize the disease is going to spread to the other healthy birds. So in case you identify any sick bird in your poultry house, make sure you separate it from the rest to ensure that the disease does not continue to spread to the other flock. So the fifth method is wrong prescription. For example, your chicken are suffering from coccidiosis and you go to an agrovet and they prescribe you a drug which treats fall cholera. What normally happens, you realize the disease will continue to spread into your poultry farm and you are going to lose like all the birds. So make sure you are aware about how different diseases exhibit their characteristics so that you are able to prescribe the right drug to your chicken. The sixth method, diseases can enter into your poultry farm through vehicles bringing food or goods into your poultry farm. You realize these vehicles, if they are not disinfected at the entry of the poultry farm, they can bring some diseases into your poultry farm through the tires. So what do? Ensure that at the entrance or at the gate of your poultry farm there is a disinfectant where all vehicles pass, and everybody entering into your poultry farm, he passes through that place, he disinfects his feet and also is sprayed to ensure that disease does not come from outside the farm direct to you inside the farm. The seventh method is through waterborne. You realize if the water you are giving to your chicken you cannot drink, it is not safe for your chicken. Make sure you give your chicken clean and safe water to ensure that the microorganisms from the water does not bring disease now to your chicken. Give them clean water which you can personally take. Ensure that the eighth method of disease entry into your poultry farm is through farm equipment. You realize if you don't disinfect your farm equipment very well, especially the drinkers, the feeders, your disease can be easily transferred into your poultry farm. Make sure you wash your drinkers and the feeders after every 24 hours and make sure you change the water to ensure that the equipment does not bring disease into your poultry farm. So ensure you do this. The last method through which a disease can enter into a poultry farm is just through vaccine failure. You may vaccinate your birds, and what normally happens, the vaccine fails or you sold an expired vaccine. So if it fails, the disease will come and it will strike all your birds and kill all your flock, and you realize you have finished your farm. So farmers, continue liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel as we shall continue to let you on how to start and run a successful poultry farm. NEO-HEN farms where client comes first. Thank you.